Under current state law, a court can declare a property a nuisance for illegal sale of alcohol to minors, for drugs, or for prostitution. But there is no provision in the nuisance law for a pattern of violence. Some state lawmakers now want to change that, and NBC4 reporter Ted Hart has that story from the State House tonight. Ted?
Colleen, drug houses and after-hours clubs breed violence, say police, and they can be a real cancer on the neighborhoods. And police and prosecutors say that they could move more quickly against those kinds of problem properties with just a small change in state law. In January, city crews boarded up Club LaRue on Carl Road. It had been declared a nuisance based on an underage sale of alcohol. Remarkably, the club's history of frequent fights, shootings, and sexual assaults did not qualify as a nuisance.
And it makes it very tough. So you have the violent acts, but you have no way of protecting the citizens out in the street.
State lawmakers want to change that so that a pattern of violence can be considered a nuisance.
It would at least expedite our ability to take certain evidence in front of the court so that the court can determine whether or not the property is a nuisance.
Lawmakers are considering two bills, one in the Senate and one in the House. Representative David Leland is one of the sponsors.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's a bigger problem than a lot of people know. You have a lot of facilities that are operating out there that are sort of operating under the law, and they're creating a lot of harm in the communities. A lot of people don't want to live in communities like that.
And Kenneth Gilbert of the Forest Park Civic Association says being able to consider acts of violence would have sped up the process of closing down motels that were havens for drugs and alcohol.
They were able to close these down, but it took years to do this.
And the Senate and House versions of the bill appear to be similar, and both have bipartisan support. Live at the State House, Ted Hart, NBC4.
Thank you, Ted.